In sentences practice A103. This is our sentence. Residents have been sent in shock because of this incident, comma. As onlooker Sue Smith, comma, a witness on site told us that the fire's intensity was growing because of the weather at that time, comma. Fortunately, residents managed to get out of the building fast. These are the hints. Where are the full stops? Into, capital letter, bracketing comma, apostrophe, like he said it was bad, or he said it was bad. What does fortunately apply to? Fastly. Pause the video now, then try to fix the English yourself. When you're done, play the video and we'll go through it together. Let's go through it together. So, where are the full stops? This applies because there are no full stops in this sentence, but there are several examples of sentences. There are three sentences here. So what is a sentence? A sentence includes a subject, which is the thing doing the verb, and the verb itself. So let's look for verbs. Have been sent. That's a verb. In shock because told. That's a verb. Fire's intensity was growing. Okay, was growing is a verb. What was growing? The fire's intensity. But it's not the thing doing the verb. That's part of what was told us. So it's just a carry on from told us. So that one doesn't count. And then the next one, at that time, fortunately, he's managed to get out. We're able to get out, right? So the first one, the subject is residents, the verb has been sent. The second one, Sue Smith told us. Sue Smith is the subject, told us is the verb. And the last one, residents, is the subject, and the verb is get out. They managed to get out. Okay, so once we've finished this sentence, we need a full stop and a capital letter for this, as onlooker Sue Smith told us. And then the last one is fortunately residents managed to get out of the building fast. But we could connect these sentences. If I did a but here, then that would connect those sentences. But that's called a conjunction. Words like and or but we haven't got one of those, so we need a new sentence, new subject verb, new sentence. So at least we've got our sentences right. So the next one is into. Well, sent into shock. I am in shock. I have been sent into shock. That was the wrong preposition, so we fixed that. It may be you have to look that up. Sent into shock. You have to look up either shock or sent to find that out in a dictionary if you're not sure of your prepositions. Capital letter. Right, residents, that's fine. As, that's fine. Oh, onlooker. Onlooker is not a proper noun, it's just a common everyday noun. So we can make that lowercase. Our next one is bracketing comma. Well, we've got one bracketing comma, one comma here. And it is Sue Smith, a witness on site. This could be in brackets. Sue Smith, a witness on site. However, brackets are a big stop. What we want is a minor or a quick stop, an aside. So we replace the brackets with bracketing commas. The next one is apostrophe. Right, owns something. Residents, they don't own anything. Incident doesn't own anything. Onlooker Sue Smith. Oh, the intensity of the fire. The fire's intensity. So we need an apostrophe there. Now we've got like he said, or maybe as he said, comma, it was bad. If you wrote as he said it was bad, or he said it was bad, he said it was bad is direct. But this is like he said. Like he said, it was bad. It separates out. It's a clause, an introductory clause. So as Onlooker Sue Smith told us, comma, oh, that the fire, as she told us, the fire's intensity was growing because of the weather. Okay. Our next one is fortunately. Now, what does fortunately apply to? Is it fortunate they managed to get out of the building? No. It's fortunately they managed to get out of the building fast. So this doesn't apply to residents or anything like that. It applies to the whole thing. And just to make that clear, we put that comma there. It's like a bracketing comma at the start of the sentence. If we did it this way, we could even do it this way. Yeah, we did that. Residents managed to get out of the building fast, fortunately. So that would be, in effect, a bracketing comma that separates that out as extra information for the rest of the sentence. So it needs a comma. Now, of course, that sounds complicated. And what you will see is that Word works it out for you. It says, what's that adverb doing applied to a noun? Right. But what it's doing is it's bracketing off, fortunately. And the last one is fastly. Well, let's change this fast to fastly. Residents managed to get out of the building fastly. Should be quickly. So really, it should be quickly. They managed to get out quickly, not get out fast. It's more correct. Alright, so that's our fixed English. Now we've fixed the English, we turn to editing the sentence, and we've got 3 sentences. Residents have been sent into shock because of this incident. As Onlooker Sue Smith, a witness on site, told us, the fire's intensity was growing because of the weather at that time. Fortunately, residents managed to get out of the building quickly. And our hints are incident, onlooker versus witness, on site, managed to, and sentence order. What order are the sentences? So get ready to press pause. When you've done that, edit the sentence yourself and play the video when you're ready to go through it with me. Now let's edit the sentence. So the first one is incident. Well, this incident, if it was shocking, it's probably already been mentioned. And I think the incident is the escape from the fire. But incident is quite a vague term. I think you could just write residents have been sent into shock. Or even residents are in shock. Onlooker versus witness. Well, onlooker means the same as witness, someone who looks on. And in fact, looks on from the side, so that's quite complicated. So let's just get rid of onlooker. As Sue Smith, a witness, at the site, I think, not on top of the site, at the site. Right. Okay, let's check. Let's keep it on the site. That's okay. It says that she wasn't just looking at it from the street. She was on the area. You can't say she's a resident because she might have been visiting. All right. Time. Oh, the fire's intensity was growing because of the weather at that time. Well, it's not going to be the weather afterwards. Could it be the weather before? Possibly, if it was very dry bush or trees or something. However, it was a building that was on fire, so that doesn't make any sense. You don't need that because of the weather. It's probably the weather was windy, but we don't need that. And then the next one, managed to. They managed to get out. What's another way of saying that? They got out. Much simpler. Were able to, managed to. Yeah, they got out. And what about the sentence order? We've got 3 sentences now. It starts their sentence into shock. Then she tells us about the weather and the growing fire. And then they got out of the building quickly. So I think you are shocked at the end. All right, one more. Sue Smith told us. Forget the as. Sue Smith, a witness on site, told us the fire's intensity was growing because of the weather. Or was growing. Why not grew? Increased. The intensity increased. I put grew. Our choices was growing, grew, or was increasing. I think intensity increases. The fire's intensity was increasing because of the weather. Fortunately, residents got out of the building quickly. Residents have been sent into shock. That doesn't sound right, does it? If I put they have been sent into shock, that sounds like, how would we know? Why not many are in shock? Yep. Let's review. Residents have been sent in shock because of this incident. As Onlooker Sue Smith, a witness on site, told us that the fire's intensity was growing because of the weather at that time. Fortunately, residents managed to get out of the building fast. And we ended up with Sue Smith, a witness on site, told us the fire's intensity was increasing because of the weather. Fortunately, residents got out of the building quickly. Many are in shock. So I think this says it much more directly, much more simply, in many fewer words, and it's better for that, for getting rid of the unnecessary words, so your reader can understand what you're saying. Thank you very much.